All right, Laura, you've had a chance now to go back and look at the film from Portland. You said after the game it wasn't your best game. What'd you see going back and looking at the tape?
Yeah, I think I still think it wasn't our greatest performance. I think we did just on our shape and our defensive side of the game, we could have been better. But credit to Portland. I think they're going to cause any team a problem that they play because of the qualities that they have. But I think when you always go back and watch a film, the things that you didn't do great, you tend to have done a little bit better than what you first thought, and the things that you thought you did really well, you probably didn't do as well. So that was definitely the case watching the game back. I think credit to both sets of players. I think the intensity of the game, the tempo of the game, and some of the quality at times was exceptional from both sides. So you've got to look at that, and I think it was a true example of how good some of these players are and how much potential the league has moving forward. So credit to everybody involved for that. And I think for our point of view, it was a really good match in terms of challenging ourselves on how far we've come and how far we want to go, and I'm sure we'll use the footage from the Portland game for weeks to come on things that we can be better at and show things that we did pretty well as well. So overall it was you want to get 3 points, which is most important, but I think it was a valuable tool for both teams. I think
Offensively, I don't think the shots on goal and the real dangerous chances were as plentiful as you might have hoped. But it felt like they didn't really justify the build-up and the play you guys had. Do you think that was their defense just standing tall, or a lack of ruthlessness? I know that you love that word.
Yeah, I think both back fours for both teams, or back fives, including both keepers, were probably the shining lights for both teams. I think our backline were put under a lot of pressure, probably the most they've been put under so far this season, and came up big. And likewise for Portland, I think they stopped a lot of our threat. But yeah, I think games are won and lost in 18-yard boxes. They're not won, in the middle of the field. And I think it was probably an even matchup in between the two 18-yard boxes, and we had some real clinical chances that we could have taken and we didn't. Bev's won towards the end of the game, and Dani's won early on in the game, and we had a few half chances on top of that. And I think either team could have scored more if the back lines hadn't played so well. And I think credit has to go to, again, both sets of players for that. But I think for our team, that was a big mental thing to get over. Was can we win games when we're put under a lot of pressure? And Washington did that to us the game before, and I think Portland obviously stepped that up again another gear. So it was great for us to come through that challenge and get another clean sheet.
You're missing Pino. Steph Cox got hurt with the national team, rolled an ankle. Naho's gone for the month, so you had Kiersten Dallstream step in, make her first start of the season, as well as Dani Foxhoven. What did you see from them?
Yeah, Dave, as she is, a.k.a. I think we saw a lot out of Dave last season, and she's not a natural defender. It's she's more of a forward, but in the system that we play and the way that we like our fullbacks to play, she can suit that. And I think she grew into the game. I think you could tell she was a little bit nervous at the start, and then she grew into it, and credit to her for that. And the thing that Dave has is she's electric quick. So sometimes where she thinks she's made a mistake, she can recover herself from it because she's so quick, and she's got great delivery. We didn't get to see too much of it at the weekend, but yeah, I mean, no doubt in calling on her for sure. And for Dani, I just said to her, if we could have written a script and been able to start her against her former club, I think we'd have always wanted to try and do that, and it was nice that we could. I think coming in first start in that environment was a tough one, but she has qualities that will be really important for us moving forward. She is technically a very good player. We played her in a position that she needed to do a job for the team at the weekend, and she did that, which meant that we didn't get to see the best of her at times moving forward. But both of them stepped in, did great jobs, and I've said from day one, we've got a strong squad. We can call upon anybody whenever we need to. Kate Diners came on and I thought did really well for the 30-odd minutes that she was in, and it enables us to change things up a little bit. And and we've said all the way along that the 20 players that we've got are going to be vitally important for the whole season, and that was definitely the case at the weekend.